It is time. It is time to brew your best beer. The 2017 SJPORR Challenge Gold sponsors. Bouncer, keeping the dregs out with their inline filter for homebrewers. The Brew Bag, simply the best way to brew great beer in your home. YAKIMA Valley Hops, with over 140 hop varieties available. Omega Yeast Labs, supplying homebrewers with high-quality yeast. And a special thanks to our silver sponsor, BrewTubers Online Brewers Club.
Alright guys, we're here for my second and only other SJPORR Round 1 beer. This is Karl's, I should cover it up here. Round 1, it's a creamy beer IPA, so 6.3%. It's called, I'm going to butcher this, Karimubiru IPA, and it's got ale malt, light and medium crystal, flaked oats, victory malt, sour grapes, Cascade, Centennial and Columbus. Alright, so there's a bit of, I think this has come off the keg, but I can see a little bit of schmeg in the bottom. Schmeg, got that from you, Karl. So it's going nice to this. Bit of cannon smoke. Order the dank salute. Here we go. This has been out of the fridge for 15-20 minutes. It's pretty clear, Karl. Stop it there. It's looking nice, looking like it's well carved. Small head, but I find that beers that have come overseas, coming over in the plane, they often look undercarved, and then just as they warm up a little bit, CO2 starts coming out of solution and you get the head just fine. So, visual impressions. It's a, I don't know, what colour would you say? It's got a reddy tinge to it. It's like a real dark burnt orange colour, almost an amber ale colour. It's a little hazy. It's not totally clear, but it could be chill haze. We'll see what happens when it warms up. On the nose. Getting some caramel notes from the crystal malts. Not a lot else. It's probably still a little cold if I'm honest. And these Tiku glasses, when they're right at the top, it's a bit hard to swirl it around, so I might go in for a taste. There's all the flavour. Whoa. See? I told you the carb's fine. Huh. It's almost a little bit jammy, like you get that the caramel mixing with the fruitiness. I get like a fruit jam character. There's get a bit of an alcohol heat to it. It's not really bad, but there is a little bit of alcohol bite. 6.3%. So it's almost pushing into that double IPA. Well, towards that. It's probably still an IPA. I'm pretty sure it's the Centennial creating nice bitterness. It's got a little bit of a pithy tang to it, which is nice. Bitterness is actually really well balanced with the sweetness. It's probably balanced slightly, like a teeny tiny bit sweet on the front palate, but the bitterness does come up round the back and clean out the palate, and you're left with this nice balance of the sweetness and bitterness. It's very similar to a Grant in the way that it does that, I think. So it's a very different beer, but well crafted in terms of it's not all sweet or all bitter. They're in balance with each other. It's good beer, Karl. I don't know what you were worried about. Alrighty, it's time for me to go off and read some notes, double check style guides, put down my thoughts, and I'll come back and we'll do a final thoughts. Alright, we're back. So, made some notes. Drunk most of the rest of the beer. This beer is really nice, Karl. I particularly like the way that you've designed the beer so that you get a big sweet hit from the caramel malts up front, and the oats, I'm assuming, give it this really thick, chewy mouthfeel. It's almost chewy. I wouldn't say it's really thick, but it's medium to full-bodied mouthfeel. And so you start with this big kind of thick, sweet hit, and then the hops come in with sort of the citrus flavours and the grapefruit pithiness, and sort of clean up all the sweet edge so it doesn't become too sweet. Then you get this kind of lingering bitterness at the back, which clears it all out. And at the end, you're kind of left with this reminder of the sweet malts and the bitter flavours sort of dancing in your memory, if you like. So really well crafted. I think the bitterness is pretty much right for this brew. Carbonation's great. Clarity, I wouldn't say it's totally clear. There's a little bit of haze in there, but it's pretty darn clear. Certainly no marks off there. If I was to give any feedback on this beer, I would say, for me, the caramel sweetness is just a little too prominent, and I think it muddies the hop flavours a little bit. I'm getting like a indiscriminate spiciness, which I'm assuming is Columbus, but I'm finding it a little just teeny tiny bit too hard in the caramel for me. But we're talking a tiny amount. So generally, really well done, Karl, and very interesting. So you've got a bit of a signature flavour going on. I'm tasting similarities between this and your Dank Sabbath. Anyway. So, we're not going to waffle on anymore. So this has been my review of Karl's Creamy Beer IPA, 6.3%. It's part of the SJPORR Round 1 Challenge for the New Zealand, Australia, New Zealand, whatever you want to call it, hub. There are only 3 of us. The 3 Musketeers, if you like, or I don't know. Yeah, so I'm gonna go. So this is Stas from Stas Brewing, signing out. Cheers.